everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features a couple of big targets who will be looking to get open in the middle of the field. It's the Vikings going up against the Browns. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And welcome again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Larry, he took a moment to highlight the tight ends that we're going to see in this one. I know in our production meeting we were talking about what we wanted to highlight pregame, and you said tight ends. Why did you say that?
Because it can be such a matchup issue for defenses nowadays, because these tight ends, they're oversized guys, but they can run as well. So who are you going to cover them with? If you use a traditional linebacker, they're usually going to run past those guys. If you're going to use a smaller corner, maybe they'll be too big. Can a safety match up and run with them and also use enough bulk to keep them from just having their way? So many ways that tight ends are used nowadays. They're fun to watch.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. DeShone Kizer, the former Notre Dame man, will lead his troops onto the field.
He's only 12-11 in his career at Notre Dame as a starter, and that scares some scouts. But others still see the intriguing mix that is DeShone Kizer, a guy who can throw the ball, make any throw you're looking for, and, of course, escape pressure with his legs as well.
Now a play fake here on first down. The rookie first rounder David Njoku with it. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Let's go.
They'll throw here, Kizer. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd down now after the pass completion.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Career highs in receptions, carries, and total yards last year for Crowell. His total yardage was 952. That was the highest by a Cleveland Brown running back since 2010.
And that sounds impressive, but I think there's much more out there for him. If Cleveland plays even with people, not from behind, he'll get more carries, more touches, and his yardage will go up.
They keep it with Crowell on first. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. And a look now at the starting offense for the Browns.
2016 was a very tough year for Cleveland offensively, but head coach Hugh Jackson, who also handles the play calling, has high hopes for 2017 with a revamped offensive line and his creativity in play calling.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. From the gun, Kaiser throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Sammy Coates, the intended target there, and it's third down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. He's got his tight end in Njoku. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So a big third down hookup here will take us to the break. 0-0 our score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. And now the offense operates in the red zone. First and goal from the 8. They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round.
Second down, Kaiser. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Tom Johnson able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's third and long.
Let's go. Brand 38.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, they took the shot, didn't get it, and there's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding them to 3, psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrill. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner and #1 overall pick from Oklahoma. It's Sam Bradford.
I know he doesn't move around the same way as he did as a youngster because of all the knee injuries, but he's always been a natural athlete. Coming out of high school, a lot of people thought he could play Division I college basketball. Other people have told me no matter what the sport, if he's never played it before, he'll pick it up and be proficient right out of the gate. The kind of guy that absolutely drives you crazy, even if he's your friend.
I was just going to say, beat you at ping pong, beat you at foosball, beat you at golf. Yeah, drives you crazy. First down, Bradford. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. That'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
A second down throw for Bradford. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Ryan Quigley, 5th-year man from Boston College, in to punt it away. Jabril Peppers is deep for Cleveland. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Marching back out there, ready for the next possession. Here comes the Vikings defense. And last time out, they gave up the chip shot field goal, but obviously could have been worse than that. I think they felt pretty good about only giving up 3.
No doubt about it. Anytime an offense gets into the red zone, the thinking naturally for the defense is, okay, 3 points. We're going to give up 3 here, but let's make it no more than that. They met their goal.
On the other side, though, the offense, they weren't very happy.
No, because there's an opportunity. Once you get to the red zone, you're not thinking about kicking a field goal. You're thinking about how do you get it into the end zone, and when you don't, you walk off the field feeling a little bit of failure on that drive.
Yeah, who will have the better feeling at the end of this drive? Now it's Crowell. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
All right, Brandon, we'll see if I can get through this without being skipped as we welcome you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both the Browns and the Vikings have very low rushing totals. It has not been an effective part of either team's game plan, and you wonder if either side will give a more concerted effort to run it in the second half. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Continuing on the drive, Johnson's able to zero in on the QB here. This will go as a loss of 5. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one. Now a second down throw for Bradford. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. So the offense has it first and 10. Now Bradford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Morgan. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there. Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, Cook. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Here's Bradford. Over the middle, complete. It's Morgan. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Morgan. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He's back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Morgan. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either. Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better.
Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 39. And Forbath will put this one through. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So this hasn't exactly been a battle of one touchdown after another, but at 3-3 now here in the 4th, it's been a pretty doggone entertaining game.
Yeah, it's kind of like a pitcher's duel in baseball, don't you think? The aficionados can appreciate a tightly fought game like this.
Yeah, but the fantasy players, not so much. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. On the return, Jabril Peppers. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Kaiser to throw. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Kenny Britt that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here's Kaiser. And this one caught by Coates. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
Here we go.
Kaiser. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. A 1st down carry now for Crowell. And he stopped immediately there. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. They'll run it again with Crowell. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll be knocked down sideways. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. This from 52, and this for the win. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So it all comes down to a rookie kicker, Zane Gonzalez. This from 52, and this for the win. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
Bradford going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He wasn't able to really get anything going in regulation. Maybe it'll be a little different story here in overtime.
And it appears that with that call, they want to establish the run in overtime, try and set the tone for what they're going to get done. And you're right, maybe it didn't work so well in regulation. Overtime could be the charm. And by the way, yards count either way.
The first throw in overtime for Bradford. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Bradford. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down.
I know every down's important, but you know as well as I do, partner, 3rd down is key for both offenses and defenses, and Cleveland's got to get better on 3rd down on D.
And what they did right there, you're right, they need more of. They were tied for 30th in the NFL in sacks last year, but a big one there brings up a punting situation. Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Now the first throw in overtime for Kaiser. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
A 2nd down throw now for Kaiser. He has Britt over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On the run, it's Crowell. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Again, it's Crowell. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward right at the line of scrimmage. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Kaiser. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Sherrills to return it. Able to slither by. Bradford now to throw on first down. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, Bradford. And that is incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. And tough starting field position here. Kaiser now to throw on first down. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
First down, Kaiser. Coleman has it here right side. And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. Kaiser on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball. Throwing again is Kaiser on 2nd and 10. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go!
To the air again, Kaiser. Dumping it off for Johnson. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So it all comes down to a rookie kicker, Zane Gonzalez. This to win it in overtime. On 1st and 10, Bradford. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Bradford now from the 50. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Bradford. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
Here's Ryan Quigley now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. They begin with a run by Crowell. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout with 5 seconds left here in overtime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now Kaiser going deep for Kenny Britt. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. This to win it in overtime. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And we will play on here in overtime. Bradford on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. So now it all rests on the foot of Kai Forbath. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So now it all rests on the foot of Kai Forbath. This to win it in overtime. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And we will play on here in overtime. Well, when you get that ball in OT, that's not the chance you envision, and the long field goal attempt here winds up lacking.
And you don't want to hang too much of this on your kicker, but he's going to leave you in a tough spot as well because you give your opponents excellent field position to start their first drive.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin.